Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is a bootleg reaction for Led Zeppelin, and we are covering Led Zeppelin, the Capitol Theater, live Landover, Maryland, between May the 25th to the 30th in 1977, man. And this bootleg is called In Celebration for a King. So I've never heard of it, man. So it'll be quite interesting. And 1977, that's around that time period where they were going through a lot of trials and stuff, and their sound might have been compromised. So it'll be interesting to see how they sound in this particular bootleg and this particular concert series. So before I pop this off, man, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks to Joe Shield. Joe, thanks very much for the recommendation and providing the links. Joe also says, hi STB, Led Zeppelin Rarity, just released in celebration for a King. Led Zeppelin live at the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, May 25th, 26th, 28th, and 30th in 1977. The release was created from both soundboard and audience recordings from the 4 concerts. The sound is truly amazing, and the bass is high in the mix, which is always nice. I think this would make a great reaction for you to do while you're on the live and bootleg part of your Zeppelin journey. Peace, Joe Shield. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that, man. And what I'll do here, this is a long-ass reaction, by the way. I'm just warning you right now. It's going to be over 4 hours because the actual concert itself is 4 hours. Right, so then when I do a little bit of the review segment, we're going into 4.5 hours easy. So I'm just warning you, if you are the light at heart Led Zeppelin fan, you are not going to be able to last throughout the entire thing, that's for sure. But if you're a staunch hardcore Led Zeppelin fan, you'll be here to the end. All right, so let us take a little read here, an intro if we will, of the provider of this awesome bootleg, Led Zeppelin Rarities. That's the name of the channel, with 62.8 thousand subscribers. And this is what the person says. Don't know if it's a lady or a gent. Here it is at long last. For this project, I wanted to create something truly definitive for Led Zeppelin's 1977. As all official content omits this North American tour, I wanted to do 1977 justice and saw a golden opportunity to do this with 4 Landover concerts in late May. Not only were these concerts very good, but each one had both a complete soundboard and audience recording. I would argue that this is a threefold project. Not only does it feature Led Zeppelin's best from those Landover concerts, but it also totally remasters the recordings and presents a full matrix of soundboard and audience recordings. I think each of these 3 elements is equally important in delivering the experience. For this project in particular, I wanted to push the boundaries of this kind of remastering thing I do. This ended up taking the form of using AL, artificial intelligence assistance, for some parts of the production process. I owe a good amount of the sound quality to Mastering 2.0, which is an open source audio mastering AI. With its help, I was able to push the soundboards to their absolute limit in terms of quality, in ways that I even wouldn't have thought of. Given the outstanding results I got, I'm strongly considering doing a video tutorial for how to use Mastering 2.0. However, it's a little more on the technical side of things. Full disclosure, I'm not sponsored by its creators in any way. It's simply an invaluable tool for this project's creation. I also did a little fun thing with the art, experimenting with the Deep Dream Generator AI to create something interesting to spice up the cover. This one doesn't need a video tutorial, though its results are at times a bit wonky. Alright, man, so that is the intro of this bootleg from Led Zeppelin Rarities. So without further ado, let's hit the shit up, man. In Celebration for a King. I have to get behind the reason and the meaning of that title. Was it just a title given by this creator, or how does that come into this? What's the relevance of the title In Celebration for a King? I'm ignorant, so educate a brother, will you? All right, man, let's hit this up. Let's call this part 1, and I'll see how many parts I break it up into as we go along. So, In Celebration for a King, part 1. Let's get it. That was a long ass intro, wasn't it? Probably my longest. Cheers. I toast your sparkle. Let's get the song list up here. Where are we? This is the song remains the same, of course. I'm just there we go. This song was meant to be performed live. The studio is excellent, but this is how it was meant to be performed. I like the rawness of it. And the long intro. This guy's a monster, man.
Sing along, yeah. You don't know what you're missing now. Any little song that you know. Everything that's on, that's good. And always
Song, it shows you why a good rhythm section is absolutely the foundation for a good rock and roll band. To be a great band, you have to have a great rhythm section. This song shows you that. song is in my top 5 favorite Led Zeppelin songs performed live. What's your favorite Led Zeppelin song performed live? Let me know, and let me know why. By now you all know mine. You probably know my top 5. I'm drunk, by the way. This is the Rover. I don't think I've ever heard it live. Have they? Well, obviously they've performed it live. Is this the only live performance? John is on fire tonight.
I was
excellent.
Well, good evening. I said good evening. Well, we finally made it. Sorry about a little bit of delay. I think, you know, we could have a contest all night between what's the loudest, the band, or those sort of things. Can we do without those firecrackers, please?
John is killing me with those, what the hell do you call them? Are they triples? Are they quads? Whatever it is. If you never have yet, do a back-to-back with the original. Right? Do the Blind Willie Johnson version first, and then do this version right after. Do a back-to-back. It just blows your mind. I did this for my pops. He didn't talk for like 30 seconds after.
was fought with mine. That's alright.
Nice. This one they don't perform live often. I don't think.
I don't know whether to turn into a florist or just keep singing. This is a song that took its origins, I guess, initially from the southern states of the United States of America, long before we were twinkles in our great-great-great-grandfather's possibilities.
Another blind Billy Johnson. Well, his version is Jesus Gonna Make Up My Dying Bed. But do it back to back again, man. All the Led Zeppelin soul blues covers, which one do you think?
In my time of dying, I don't want nobody more.
Which one did they do the most masterful cover of?
Take my body.
I love you, you're going to say this one.
I could die easy. Ooh, baby, baby, let me die easy. I could die easy. Jesus, I got to make out. Somebody, you know you gotta help me. Please, baby, I never do it good.
I love the plea and the lament in this song.
Meet me, Jesus, meet me. Meet me in the middle of the air. If my wings should fail me, Lord, please meet me with another air. Well, die easy. Woo! Baby, 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 baby. I could die easy. Got to let go. Somebody gotta let go. Whoa, yeah. You gotta make it easy. You gotta make it easy.
Let's go. Here comes some thunder. You know what I always think about? Each individual, the platform of Led Zeppelin is so well suited for them. I mean, listen to Bonham just go off. Why? Because he has the allowance to. Thunder. Up your ass.
I only want to hear you, yeah. Let me hear you, yeah, yeah. My Jesus, my Jesus, my Jesus, my Jesus, oh my Jesus, oh my Jesus. Ooh, yeah. Baby.
I love how the guitarist comes in and breaks it, you know? Fantastic. I would have loved to have heard Jimmy Page do more of the slide guitar in their catalog, you know? It seems to fit so well with their collector sound. I think there's been, what, just a handful of songs with the slide? Nice.
Those two pieces were pieces that I guess came from the American folk blues culture. One of which you should be very proud because it is all us English folk at home in England, those who never even get here, sit and listen to it all the time. This is one that we wrote ourselves. It's also a blues. I hope you like it.
Sure, I like it. It just happens to be my favorite Led Zeppelin song.
my soul. Oh, my tears, they fell like rain. Sometimes you can see them. Baby, stop my tears apart. Just to listen, people. To remember when I knocked upon your door. You had the nerve to tell me you didn't want me no more. Out of my front door, I hear my back door slam. Hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, I gotta move back to back. I've been looking for sale, baby. Woo, baby, 211 every night, yeah. Yellow's a drag, lion's a die, wolf's a die, he's a die. Oh, darling, I don't think that's right. No. Baby, since I've been loving you now, I'm about to lose my worried mind.
This song was the start of it all.
Happy, baby.
It's my first Led Zeppelin reaction. Just going back in time for a minute there. It's slavery.
Don't make me lose it, no.
We're awake, John. Wow.
Jimmy Page, guitar. This next piece is quite old. How's that? It features the subtle fingers of John Paul Jones. It's called No Quarter.
Jonesy. Their silent assassin. This is one of the songs in their catalog that first shook me out of just paying attention to their thunderous blues stuff. This one and the Rain Song.
people's heart. Don't you know when the blue you will see the night.
guitarist. Barely. This is in my top 5 most liked Led Zeppelin songs performed live. Where does this sit on your list? I'm sure you've got a favorites live list, just like I do. Where does this sit on that list? I bet you it's on your list. Probably top 5, if I was to bet. Let me know. Figured they weren't then. Got another verse to go.
Walking side by side with death, the devil mocks their every step. Snow drives by, the foot that's slow. The dogs of doom howl and moan. Very steel, that's riding true. To feel the drink, for me and you, yeah.
Who's with me that this is one of his best guitar solos in this segment of No Quarter. See? This is the shit that you can't get on the studio. A true Led Zeppelin fan totally gets this. If you are still with me to this point, you are a true Led Zeppelin fan. Cheers to you.
John Paul Jones, grand piano. John Paul Jones.
Jonesy. The silent assassin.
At this point, John leaves the keyboards for another woman, and he makes his way quite casually while drinking wine behind the amplifiers. Come on, Jonesy.
They'll wait.
An old wanker. That's the trouble with doing 3 hours and more on stage. You know, some of them can't keep the pace. Here he comes. There he is. Well, during the 2 years that we were unable to fly our kites, you might say, during the 2 years that we were physically incapable of touring around and having a good time, when the time came that we sat down and said, okay, we think we can do it now, right? We thought we'd look back over some of the material in the past that we had to ignore because of the inability to play it with 4 people. So now we're going to have a go at some things that, from physical graffiti, that maybe we haven't tried before. First one features John Paul Jones on a mystery 3-necked instrument. Once again showing his talents as a multi-instrumentalist.
Plantations.
This is about the first love you ever had, the first climax, the first wonderful moment that never ever fades. We dedicate this to...
Okay, y'all. Let's hold up for a sec, man. My bladder is screaming at me. Dogs of doom are howling. My bladder is screaming. So, let's pause for a little bit. I'll take a bathroom break, stretch, and then we'll move on to what I'm calling part 2. So, man, hey, you know, they are in their element. All right, it's 1977. Your past physical graffiti, your past presence, and you're in between presence and in through the outdoor. And they are, Plant is still, I guess he's probably recovered from his auto accident. Maybe Jimmy's kind of, I don't know what his state of health is in regards to his heroin addiction and with Bonham and everything. Bonham is a beast here, man. And he's certainly not suffering any issues right now with his alcohol consumptions or anything like that. They've got a very strong, cohesive sound going on, especially that latter portion of No Quarter there with the solo. Holy shit, man, I'm telling you. Where do you guys rank No Quarter in regards to a live song performed? Yes, I know there's the studio, but then there's the live, man. It's a different dimension altogether. I think the studio is fine, but this song, for me, is best performed live. You know, same with the Rain song. The song remains the same. You know what I'm saying? Dazed and Confused and Whole Lotta Love. That's my big Hallowed 5 performed live. And yeah, man. But let me know where you're at, where it comes to your top 5 performed Led Zeppelin songs. And I would bet you that No Quarter is on that top 5 list. If it isn't, tell me where it's at. Okay? All right. I gotta go, and I gotta, man, you ever heard that term? Of course you've heard that term, pissing like a racehorse. That's what I've got to do right now. Well, yeah, when we get back, we'll continue with part 2, as I'm calling it, man. I was going to say it's an old Navy term, but it really isn't. I knew of this term before I joined the Navy. All right, y'all. I'll catch you up in a second. Peace. Okay, everybody, here we are, man. We're back again. And in celebration for King, this is what I'm calling part 2. And we're going to be starting off with 10 Years Gone. So, man, it looks like we're going to end up with 4 parts here. So I'm calling this part 2. And I'm just following the track laid out by Led Zeppelin Rarities here. He or she has broken it up into 3 parts. And when I count my review in, for me, that's 4 parts. So on YouTube, you're going to see this broken up into 4 parts, just so you know. Hopefully, you'll see all of this. If not, then it might be just the odd part or so, but I hope not. I hope it all gets up onto YouTube, man. Anyways, I'm enjoying it so far. Really, really good sound quality. The guys are definitely in the zone here, man. So let's check out what I'm calling part 2. Starting with 10 Years Gone. Let's get it.
John Binden has got the biggest plonker in the world, and it's called 10 Years Gone. changes fill my time, but baby, that's alright with me. In the midst, I think of you and how it used to be. Oh, baby.
I remember this is about Robert Plant and his decision to follow his career path or stick with the love at the time.
In my dreams, with great surprise to me, I never thought I'd see your face the way it used to be. Oh, darling, oh, darling, yeah. Oh, baby, oh, mama, yeah.
Who's singing with him? Or is it like an echo box or something? Nice. I think this is the first time I've heard this song
a long
live.
time ago in the days of the days when flowers and the hair meant something, right? There was a band called Love, Arthur Lee's band. He wrote a song called My Love She Comes in Colours. The Stones had something to do with it too. And so does music come in colours, and we're going to change the shade a little bit for your entertainment so that you don't just remember us as a gong, 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 gong. So we're going to do some acoustic stuff for you, and we hope that you will enjoy it. Those of you who've already been here before will realize that this brings Mr. Bonham to the front of the stage, the one and very talented John Henry Bonham, who, if all goes well, will sing with us tonight.
If all goes well.
On the other hand,
Depends on how drunk he is. Oh, he's singing the Battle of Evermore with him.
Queen of Light took her bow, and then she turned to go. The Prince of Peace embraced the blue and walked the night alone. Side by side, we wake the might for the darkest of them all. The love will right and force tonight, and time will tell us all.
I think they're all singing.
Oh well, the night is long, the beads of time pass slow. I'm waiting for the angels of Babylon, waiting for the eastern glow. The apples of the valley, oh, the seeds of happiness. The ground is rich from tender care, repay, do not forget. No, dance in the dark of night.
Sing till the morning
The
light.
apples turn to brown and black, and the tyrant's face is red. Whoa.
Words are coming morning. The pick of the sun and
The sky is filled with good and bad, mortals never know. Oh well, the night is long, the beads of time pass slow. Tired eyes on the sunrise, waiting for the eastern glow. The pain of war cannot exceed the woe of aftermath. The drums will shake the castle wall, ring raised red and black. No comfort has the fire that night, the lights of face so cold.
in the dark of night. We sing to the morning
The
light.
magic room, written gold to bring the balance back. last, the sun is shining, the clouds of blue roll by. With flames from the dragon of darkness, the sunlight blind his
They're just having fun. Props to you for even attempting
Thank you
that
very much.
without Sandy Denny.
A little piece of history was just made then. John Bonham finally sang on stage after 9 years. I think he's gone off for a beer now to celebrate. That was a sort of an awake version of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. And good luck to them on their forthcoming tour. This is a song that I don't think has any end, really. But we'd like some more guitar and the monitors and no firecrackers, please.
Find whoever that person is and kick them out. Setting off firecrackers.
Stand against with a woman in power, smoke the stuff and drown all my wine. Made up my mind from the start. Born in California with a making in my heart. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. There's plenty of flowers. My chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you that we're all the same. Yeah. Seas red and the sky was gray. I wonder how tomorrow can ever follow today. Mountains of the canyons tremble and shake. The children of the sun begin to wait. a man with a man running straight out high. I've got a line.
I wonder what antics he's making right now. The crowd came alive there.
To find the queen without a king, they say she plays guitar and never sing. Ride a white man, footsteps of gold, trying to find a woman who's never, never, never alone. Standing on a hill, mountain of dreams, telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. Ooh. People, I gotta tell you it's hard. It's too hard.
Nice. Yeah, it's excellent. The quality of this bootleg audio quality is really good, man. There's only a part of No Quarter where I didn't hear the guitars, but other than that, so far it's just been stellar.
Dancing days I hear again as the summer evenings go. I got my flower, I got my power, I got a woman who knows. You know it's alright, I said it's alright. You know it's all in my heart. You be my only, my one and only. You said the way it should start. Hey, mama, what's the matter here? Oh, mama, what's the matter here? Come on, you people. You didn't have to tell me that you love me so. You didn't have to leave me, mama, let me go. Hey, baby, what's the matter here? Oh, baby, that's alright. It's awful doggone real. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, baby, what is wrong with you? Oh, oh, baby, what is wrong with you? Yeah, yeah.
It's great how they can just segue from one song to another and keeping it going. was singing with him.
Yeah, all the good times we had. I still love songs, so glad. Always smiling, never sad, so fine. And I walk down the country lanes, I'm rolling along, hear me call your name. Oh, in the real whisper, in the trees, till the mother nature now, you and me. Yeah, if I wait was so nice, all the road is dark at night. The road we choose is always right, so fine. Yeah, can you love be so strong when so many loves go wrong? When I love go on and on and on and on and on and on. And I walk down the country lanes, I'm walking along, hear me call your name. Oh, hear the wind whisper in the trees, till the mother nature bow, you and me. Come on!
This is about his dog.
My, lonely Lord, come on now, it ain't too far. Tell your friends all around the world, ain't no companion like a blue-eyed girl.
First time I heard this, I thought he said blue-eyed girl.
Woo, yeah, come on now, let me tell you what you messing around these brick walls. Oh.
Right, that was the name of his Merle. Strider. Man's best friend. It's great how versatile they are, where they can go. They've got so many options. Just like that. I'm sure that woke everybody up. Jones is doing a good job on those bass foot pedals. really don't think that there would have been any other outlet for John Bonham. Man.
The next
What a
person I'd
song.
like to bring to your attention is probably the quietest man in rock and roll. Not rock and roll, the quietest man in contemporary music. Not contemporary music.
The quietest man in all music. John Paul Jones, no doubt. Let's pause for a sec, y'all. It's that time once again, man. I'm enjoying this. I really like the quality. And you know, I mean, it dips a little bit sometimes where the audio is concerned, and sometimes it's the guitars might not be as sharp or whatever the case is. But other than that, man, yeah, you can't get much better than this. Good job there. Geez, I gotta go back. Led Zeppelin rarities. I might have actually had a conversation with this person before. I can't be too sure now. If you're watching this, brother, sister, remind me if we actually had a conversation. I think we did. One of these folks that has, it might be a music website or maybe just a Led Zeppelin website, has sent me a message at one point in the comment section saying, hey, thanks for covering my stuff, check out more. So I'm not quite sure if this is the same person, but yeah, man, if it is you, fantastic. If it isn't you, fantastic. This is still really, really good, man. Really, really good work here. So, guys, this is the end of part 2. I'm gonna go top up my sugarcane rum, hit the bathroom real quick, and then we'll come back and we're gonna hit up part 3, man. And then part 3, hang on to your hats, is it's almost as long as part 1. Part 1 being 2 minutes longer than part 3. So, like I've said before, and I don't care who gets pissed at me for saying it, only the hardcore true Led Zeppelin fans will be with me all the way in. We're past the halfway point, and it's only the serious Led Zeppelin fan. Yes, I've said it. Only the serious Led Zeppelin fan will still be with me up at this point. No apologies offered. You know what I'm talking about. All right. So, guys, I'm going to go. We'll come back, and then we'll hit up part 3. See you in a second. Okay, y'all. Here we are, man. We are hitting up part 3 in Celebration for a King. I've been digging this so far, man. It's been fantastic. This part is another long one, man. It's an hour and 3 minutes long. Definitely not for the faint of heart. All right, man. Let's hit it up. Part 3. Let's get it.
The quietest man in the new wave. For bowler hats, safety pins, one and all, John Bonham over the top, top.
That's not Jonesy, it's Bonham. I can't remember the name of this song for a second. How many hours a day do you figure John just pounds the skins? I bet you he probably does it for about 3 hours in the morning, and then maybe another 2 in the afternoon and in the evening, when he's just at home. I like that. There's the thunder. Now it's with its bare hands. The fan is really rowdy, aren't they? It's just a constant cheer. balance sound. I think this is the longest drum solo I've heard from Bonham. That was almost 45 minutes. This guy can go all night, all day. Wow. You talk about somebody with thunder and stamina.
Jump on him! Moby Dick, 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 Dick. A childhood friend, John Bonham.
That's cool to make it big with your childhood friend. So we're going from a drum solo to a guitar one. What's that instrument called again? Is it a theremin? Crowd's digging that. That's the bow. This solo usually accompanies Dazed and Confused, but Dazed and Confused is not in this lineup. swear to you, we're right in the middle of Dazed and Confused. But I know we're not. Last name. John Bonham. Fantastic musicianship. Excellent guitar solo. Excellent. that Jimmy Page echoing him? Incredible drumming. Bonham and Zeppelin were made for each other. So much thunder. Then comes the calm in the storm. Wow.
Thank you very much.
That was awesome, man. It's probably
This one, the
the best live version of Achilles' Last Stand I've heard.
Laughter. And the constant search for, I don't know, peace of mind, happiness. Whatever we want most of all, that's good. she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird singing. Sometimes all of my thoughts are misgiven. Yes, sir.
So,
Oh. And it makes me wonder, yeah. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and my spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts, I'm saying, rings of smoke through the tree, and the voices of those who stand looking. Hey. Oh, baby, 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 don't it make you sure does, sure does. And it's whisper that soon, if we all hold it true, that the piper will lead us to reason, and the new day will dawn for those who stand long, and the forests will echo with laughter. Does anybody remember last night?
the crowd was waiting for that, I think.
Ooh, you got to smile sometimes. You got to smile sometimes. Ooh, yes. But I just picked up some good news, people. If there's a blossom in your head, be alone. It's just as quickly
haven't heard that before.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven. Oh, oh, oh.
Nice. Crowd likes that.
Thank you very much. You've been too much. Good night.
Imagine having that as your signature song. We know that's not the end.
Good evening. I said good evening.
Oh, wow. Fooled me there. really dig the way they just switch things up, man. They can keep up to each other's madness.
Thank you very much, Charles.
Love that.
It's been great. Have a good holiday.
Okay, y'all. There we have it, man. In Celebration for a King, Led Zeppelin, 1977. Wow. Really, really excellent audio quality on this bootleg. Shout out to you again there, man. Led Zeppelin Rarities, you did a really fantastic job, man. I don't know shit about audio quality and making it clear and boosting it and all of that sort of thing. I'm gonna trust in your expertise, but hey, I do know what sounds good to me, and this shit sound really, really good, man. And according to what you were saying, that this is very, very rare, and you can probably only find it here the way that you've put things together. So consider this a treat, everybody. This is really excellent work, man. And yeah, I enjoyed every single bit of this, man, taking me all the way through pretty much half my day. I don't mind that. I can't think of too much better than spending half my day with Led Zeppelin, that's for sure. So this is the end of side 3, or part 3 rather. And what we'll do, man, is we'll go into part 4 being a little bit of a review. But for right now, let me just say peace, excuse myself, and hit the bathroom. No more sugarcane rum for me today. See you in a sec. All right, y'all, we're back, man. You know, one of my big takeaways from listening to this bootleg and a lot of the Led Zeppelin concerts and things of that sort is that they don't have any songs in their playlist that they don't like to perform, with the exception of Living Loving Maid. I know that Jimmy Page especially doesn't like that song, and I just recently learned that the rest of the band don't really think that that song is all that. But it seems to me that there really is no bad Led Zeppelin song. You know, even by my opinion, the Crunch being kind of like their worst is still really, really good performed live. All right, I don't like the Crunch studio version, but I really like the Crunch live version. And you know, in this case, I'm thinking of Dancing Days, for example. I've never heard that performed. I don't believe that I've heard that performed in any of the live stuff that I've listened to until now. You know, so even their, I don't know, second best songs, abstract songs, songs that are just not mainstream or whatever the case may be, they also can be performed live. So Led Zeppelin, I don't think that they have an attitude of this is our very best and then this is our very worst and we'll never perform it or anything like that. I think that anything from their playlist is fair game, with the exception of, like I said, Living Loving Maid. And who knows, maybe that would be killer if performed live, but I don't think it's ever been performed live. That's one of those things that I was thinking about as I was listening to this, man. This is really, really excellent. The quality again was fantastic, and given the time that they were doing this in '77, and supposedly they weren't at their very best and they were starting to decline or whatever it is, no man, these guys were on their shit. And you put them to perform live, yes, of course, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not so great, but even at their worst, they're still Led Zeppelin, and they're still definitely on top of it all, man. They're still definitely the kings. All right. Or the goats, as many of you say. So, you know what I'm going to do here? This particular bootleg does not have any Wikipedia or any kind of a write-up or anything like that. Joe's already warned me of that. And it's obvious that a lot of these bootlegs would not have any kind of write-ups. So what I'm going to do, man, is let's just check out Led Zeppelin Rarities and see what the fan base has to say. The Led Zeppelin fan is just as interesting as the band, I found. So let's read some of these, man, and let's make that our review of sorts. So Keith Hyde says, I've been collecting Led Zeppelin bootlegs for over 35 years. This one is a keeper, one of the best of 1977! Exclamation point. There are replies to it, 10 replies, but I'm not going to read those. I'll just read the next one. Donald Gerbino says, a real band, no sequencers or fake background vocals, minimal effects and pure musicianship, no fake crap like today's lip syncers. Yo, I hear you 100%. 100%. And that takes me back to, oh my God, I'm drunk. The sugarcane rum has got me. the Battle of Evermore. And yeah, man, props to these guys for even attempting to touch that shit without the presence of Sandy Denny. Shout out to you, Sandy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like Donald says, these guys are the real deal. They don't do a lot of fake anything. And, you know, I give them props for even attempting to mess with that song without Sandy, for sure. Speaking of the Battle of Evermore, the girls from Heart, Ann and Nancy Wilson, they do a fantastic live rendition of that. It's just the two of them and their two guitars, and they just smash it up, man. If I can find it, I'll put it in the link below. You'll really, really dig that. Sean Strider says, unless Jimmy Page has multi-tracks stashed somewhere, and we know he doesn't, this is the best these 77 Landover concerts will ever sound. What a laborious and painstaking project this must have been. Hats off to you, Led Zeppelin rarities, and your Dogs of Doom buddies. Dogs of Doom or Howlin' More. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely. I mean, just sitting here and listening to it from beginning to end is a challenge. It's a challenge of love, let me tell you, you know, and so that's why I said at the very, very beginning, and some people I know that your noses are going to be out of joint with me saying it, but I'm going to say it once again. If you are still with me till now, you are not a fly-by-night, you are not a ship passing by, you are the real deal Led Zeppelin fan. I'm going to say it once again. If you are still here with me now, after all of this, you are a real Led Zeppelin fan. You are not frivolous, you are not just surface level, you are the real shit. Hit me up in the comment section and tell me who you are. Hashtag, I am the real shit. Only you and me will know what that means. Hashtag, I am the real shit, right? Absolutely. So, man, Sean Leonard says, simply put, they are the greatest of all time. Marissa de Innocentis says, the most beautiful voice on the planet. I think she means Robert. and then Persephone Serenity says, yes, and the band's not bad either. Sarah says, no, they are properly good. Properly good, I like that. Do you ever hear, the Brits have a way of speaking sometimes, and this is what she's doing. I remember once watching, I can't remember, I believe it was The Trials of Sherlock Holmes or The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And his cab driver was saying, yeah, man, you are a remarkable person. You are a proper genius, you know? And they speak that way. I like that. The sound quality is unreal. Thank you, times 100. And I'm not even going to pronounce this dude's name, man. Bo Lacqua da Boy. Something like that. Bonhomology. I like that. Bonhomology says, this is really outstanding work. I may do a full play along at some point to this on my channel. Okay. Bonhomology has a channel. Go check him out, guys. Bonhamology. Bonhomology. Let me go there right now, real quick, and see what the dude's all about. Sorry, I'm assuming it's a dude. Okay. Yeah, and he's got 10,000 subscribers. 10.k, and it looks like it's all about John Bonham, and it seems to me that he is a drummer, and you already know his story. He was inspired by John Bonham, and oh man, yeah, he's just into everything Bonham here. Everything Led Zeppelin, everything Bonham, and he's got quite a number of videos here, and they're not too long. Median timing about 10 minutes. And he's got some excellent playlists. Royal Albert Hall 1970 covers. This dude is the serious shit. He's the real shit. Check him out. Bonhomology. Okay, man. You see what you encounter when you just check out the comments? And then there's a reply to Bonhomology. Good Lord, that was incredible. That's Connor Leach says. And let's read it just a few more and then I'll quit. Simon Sawsey says, that bass is sick. Go Jonesy. Absolutely. They're silent assassin. And Larry Toon says, exactly, man. He's awesome. Beth Walker says, yes, Jonesy. Best damn bass everything player in history. / everything. Larry Toon says, Beth knows music. And Tirehead72 says, always loved John Paul Jones, but I could never get into his later tone. The playing is always great, just that metallic, twangy tone on that 1977 tour. I wasn't listening closely enough. I'll check this out again, Tirehead72. I'll check it out again. But WJ Handy replied to Tirehead72. He says, he is playing role of bass player and rhythm guitarist. Board tapes don't capture the low end realized at the venue. Board tapes. Okay. So WJ Handy is saying it's a bit of the recording process. That could be. I'll look into that. I'll listen again. Flying Pig Music says, that bass is hella clear in the mix. Love it. And 12 thumbs up. And Carl Scarlett says, yes, but I wish it was his Fender. Never dug the alembic sound. Way too twangy. Okay, that's 2 people that said it's too twangy. But it's great to have John Paul Jones audible in the mix to hear his amazing playing. Yes, the bass was very, very clear. I'll remember that. I'll listen for the twang. I didn't catch it the first time. Last one. Christian Matthews says, wow, I'm listening on headphones and the sound quality is truly amazing. What a great job you've done. Right on. And lots of thumbs up. 17 there. All right, man. Fantastic. So, this was an excellent bootleg. And again, good job on you, man. Led Zeppelin Rarities. I have no idea what it would take for you to produce this kind of quality from beginning to end. But all I'm just going to say is thanks very much. And thank you as well to Joe Shield for this recommendation and providing the link. Really excellent way for me to spend a lazy Sunday afternoon with my sugarcane rum, Led Zeppelin, and you. So remember, hashtag I am the real shit. This is for the real Led Zeppelin fans that's still with me. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna people are gonna kick my ass for this, right? I'm gonna take a hellacious amount of tongue lashing for this, but it's okay. When I'm drinking my sugarcane rum, I don't give a damn, and I have no fear. Liquid courage as it goes. So this is what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm just checking my notes here. So what I got coming up where Led Zeppelin is concerned, I've got the full albums that I'm still doing. So Led Zeppelin 4 is next, and still a couple of bootlegs to come as well, and solo stuff I got to look into, some interviews and some documentaries. So the documentaries, not Led Zeppelin per se, but stuff like the Whiskey a Go-Go. I know there's a Ginger Baker one. Is it 20 Feet from Stardom? And there's a couple of others. So I'm really starting to focus in on the documentary elements, and there's a great amount of learning through doing reactions, quads, full album reactions, and then doing the reads. But then there's also other areas that you can look at. And so I've really been enjoying the documentaries and interviews as of late. So that's where I'm going to be focused on where it comes to going ahead with Led Zeppelin. Still doing the odd stuff here and there, but I like some of the stuff on the outside of it. Just the other day, Yoyoka Soma, she is, she's 11 now. I think she started at maybe 7 or 8 years old, and she is a fantastic drummer, and she does really excellent covers of what I saw that she did was classic rock. She might probably overlap into other areas, and someone sent me a link and it took me to her, I believe it was 2 appearances on the Ellen show. And so she is a really very keen drummer, and her favorite drummer is John Bonham. but she has a whole host of other favorites too. And there's a great spot. In fact, out of the performances that I saw her do, my favorite is YYZ. She was just jamming and having a good time, dancing in between, waiting for her turn, and then getting back into it. So it's stuff like that that isn't so much mainstream reactions that I also don't mind doing. So to answer your questions, because I get messages often, and sometimes, I'll be honest with you, they get a little annoying because I'm repeating myself all the time with some of these people asking me questions. Wayne, would you prefer this? Would you prefer this? Would you prefer this? Yo, enough of that shit. Stop asking me those questions. Just send me what it is that you want me to react to. If for some reason I don't want to react to it, then I'll message you back and say, no, I don't want to react to this. But consider it a yes, okay? Don't look to me to help you to prioritize what it is that you want to send to me. Use your judgment and say, hey, I want to see his reaction to this, whether it's an interview, whether it's a documentary, whether it's a reaction. And if you pride yourself in having good taste, don't worry about it. Don't ask me questions like that, because too many of you are asking me, what about this? What do you think of this? What do you think of this? And it takes up so much of my time, guys. It's about time for me. And I'm speaking specifically to a couple of subscribers, regular subscribers, and especially a couple of patrons. You guys know me by now. Don't ask me all of those questions and take up so much of my time, because I got to stop, think about it, message you back, then you message me back, then I message you back. Come on, man. So, patrons especially, who have been with me for a long time, just send the shit. Right? You know that I'm going to do a reaction if it's in good taste. Like, look at John the other day. Yoyoko is outside of the norm of my reactions, but I'm not limited to just reactions, right? So he thought about it for a while and then he sent it to me. He didn't ask or anything like that. He knew that I would have enough good taste and judgment to say, yeah, this is worthy of a reaction. Or I might have said, no, John, I'm not going to react to this. It's a little bit outside of my parameters and here's where I want to stay. Easy enough, done. All right, the next time I'm going to send you something that I know that you will react to. It's that simple. Patrons especially, stop sending me all of these messages, asking me all of these questions. I just don't have enough time to do that. So use your judgment. If it has something to do with rock and roll, if it has something to do with the greatness of the artist, it can teach me something, and it would be of great benefit not only to me, but also to other people. Use your judgment, send it to me. More than likely, I will do a reaction. All right? Stop sending me all of these messages and inquiries. Will you do this? Will you do this? Will you do? Yes, more than likely, yes. Save us both a lot of time, okay? Some of you, you know who I'm talking to. Don't be messaging saying, were you talking to me? Yes, I was talking to you, okay? I'm going off right now because I've been wasting a lot of time trying to get reactions loaded because of all of the questions. What's with all the questions? Just send me your reaction. Whatever it is that you want me to react to, whether it's a bootleg, whether it's a quad, documentary, interview, I will do all of that shit. As long as it's something that everyone will benefit from, I'm game. Okay? Don't ask me any more questions going forward. Just send the shit. So, what else do I have to say? Where Led Zeppelin is concerned, it's all good, like I said. I'm open. Where documentaries are concerned, where stuff can teach me something and I can have an appreciation for it, or just for amusement and enjoyment, like the Yoyoko quad that John sent, I'm open for everything. It has to do with music, I'm down, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to limit myself in that way. All right, y'all. That is my reaction to this excellent bootleg. And Joe, thank you very much. Big thumbs up to Led Zeppelin Rarities, man. And Bonhomology, I'm definitely going to go check out your content and subscribe. Anyways, guys, thank you. Hope you enjoyed this. Remember, hashtag I'm the real shit. Let me know who you are, the true Led Zeppelin fan. Take care. Peace out.